What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. The Canelo Alvarez saga continues. When will he secure opponent? Only time will tell. Like I said, everybody thought it was a couple of hours ago that him and Sergiy Derevyanchenko were close to a deal. They said nothing had been signed yet, but they were on a pathway to get a deal done between Canelo Alvarez and Sergiy Derevyanchenko. But now the tables have been turned, and now he's in negotiations with Demetrius Andrade for the October 26th is still the date they're targeting. And Triple G is now in line to fight Sergiy Derevyanchenko for the IBF, for the vacant IBF middleweight title. So this is a change, man. It's like I said, the Canelo Alvarez saga. Now I don't want to be skeptical and I don't want to be cynical, but I guess I'm gonna have to be in this situation because I've seen this play out actually in Canelo Alvarez negotiations with the Triple G rematch. You remember he broke off negotiations with Triple G and said, okay, negotiations off, and they said we're gonna negotiate with Daniel Jacobs, and they called Eddie Hearn. And they had a deal on the table that they wanted Eddie Hearn and Daniel Jacobs to accept. I think it would have been something like a 75 to 25% split in Canelo Alvarez's favor. And Eddie Hearn turned it down. He said, "No, we think we are worth more of the piece of the pie than 25%." And then they went back and gave Triple G what he wanted. And I think Triple G wanted 45%, and they were steadfast against giving him that percentage. But when they, like I said, when things broke down with Daniel Jacobs, they weren't willing to accept that 25%. They felt that was a low ball offer. They went back and ended up coming to an agreement with Triple G. Triple G stood his ground and eventually got what he wanted. I think this might be the same situation. I think he probably negotiated with Sergiy Derevyanchenko. The number that they gave Sergiy Derevyanchenko, him and his team, Lou DeBella, are not happy with that. They feel they've been lowball. So they said, no, we're not going to accept that. You know, we're not going to accept it. We'd rather go the IBF route where it'll be a percentage, you know, through a purse bid. It'll be a percentage of between me and Triple G. We'll get a percentage. And I think since Sergiy Derevyanchenko is ranked higher in the IBF, he might get a higher percentage if he goes to a purse bid. So they might want to go that route. But the overall revenue of a fight between Triple G and Sergiy Derevyanchenko is not going to be nearby what it would be with a fight between Canelo Alvarez, which obviously going to generate more money. Which even if he does feel he's getting lowball, Sergiy Derevyanchenko, he's still going to make more in the fight with Canelo than he will being getting in a fight with Triple G. Even if he is slated to get more of the money since he is the #1 ranked contender. I gotta look at the rules and see how they split it up. But I think since him being ranked high, he would get a bigger split of the purse bid if it goes that route. But I would imagine Triple G then will try to negotiate and avoid going to purse bid, and so the thing could be somewhere 50-50 deal between those two instead of him taking the lower bid on that. So I think that'll be the route Triple G then will try to go. But we'll see what happens, man. But I think this is my opinion. I think this is Oscar De La Hoya frustrated that Sergiy Derevyanchenko's team don't want to accept the offer, and they're over here trying to negotiate something with Andrade, and hopefully maybe if Andrade accept the same deal they offer Sergiy Derevyanchenko, they'll go with Demetrius Andrade. If he accepts the same deal against Sergiy Derevyanchenko, maybe he'll Boo will say, okay, I'm gonna take this offer. I don't think it's what I should be getting paid. I should be making more, but I want this opportunity to become undisputed heavyweight. Well, don't come undisputed, but come. This is a unification fight, and I have a chance to be a unified champion at 160 pounds. He might take that advantage, and then if I beat Canelo, I'll be a big name in boxing, man. That'll put me on one of the top names in boxing if I can defeat Canelo Alvarez. Maybe he looks at it more of that type of opportunity than a monetary opportunity. We'll see. I would imagine that Eddie Hearn, the guy that represented Daniel Jacobs, they wanted more money than De La Hoya offered in that situation. And I imagine if they offer him what they're offering Sergiy Derevyanchenko, I don't think that's going to be enough to satisfy them. I think they're going to want a little bit more of a piece of the pie. Simple fact that they're bringing a title to the ring too, and Canelo's not the only guy that is a champion at the division. They bring the WBO title. you know, and they bring that to the table, an undefeated guy, American fighter. So they probably gonna want more than a guy from Russia that a lot of people don't know and don't have a title. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it go, man. I was kind of skeptical of the reports being that Canelo is now in negotiations with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. We'll see, and we'll see if it plays out. I'm kind of skeptical they'll get a deal done. I think they're just kind of playing hardball with Sergiy Derevyanchenko, getting them to maybe say, okay, we got this other guy lined up. If you don't want to accept this deal, we'll just go fight Boo Boo Andrade, and you'll miss your opportunity on the big stage to fighting Canelo Alvarez. And maybe he'll think, well, shoot, why would I take a dangerous fight with Triple G? I get beat and maybe never get to this opportunity, or why don't I just take this chance with Canelo Alvarez on the big stage and taking my chances of, you know, pulling the upset and becoming the king of 160 pounds. And it'd be more of an opportunity for me to, you know, be on that big stage, and my name can get big in boxing too. More so than fighting Triple G, a dangerous fighter, a guy that you could get, you know, you could lose, and then you may never get back to this opportunity again. And even if you do win, you know, it's a good win. You got a belt. That's a plus. That's a plus. If you're looking at the pros and cons of each situation, that's a pro. But you know, if you got a belt, and you know, I guess they maybe, you know, they can look at it like this: you get a belt, and then okay, I got a belt. Now this puts me in stronger bargaining position when we negotiate a undisputed fight with Canelo Alvarez. Say he gets by Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, or even if Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade win, whoever comes out of that fight, we can have a unification fight for #1 king of 160 pounds of middleweight. So that'd be interesting too. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's what's going on right now. The Canelo Alvarez saga. Canelo Alvarez is now negotiating with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, the WBO middleweight champion. As you know, Canelo Alvarez is a franchise WBC champion and the WBA champion. And he currently is the IBF champion, but he might, you know, if he fights Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, that means he's gonna drop the IBF strap, and like I said, Triple G and Sergiy Derevyanchenko will fight for that strap. Now, when Canelo Alvarez and Sergiy Derevyanchenko were negotiating, you know, as of 2 hours ago, everybody thought they was gonna come to a deal. But even the last couple of days, they've been negotiating. I thought in my mind that one of the reasons why they were trying, a lot of people were like, why you fighting Sergiy Derevyanchenko? He doesn't have a big name. You know, it's not gonna be a lot of money in that fight. You're gonna take less money than what you would if you fight a Triple G or Sergey Kovalev or fighters of that ilk. Why would you fight him for less? But I think one of the reasons why Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez was looking at that fight, not only to keep the IBF strap, but to force Triple G to fight somebody, to force Triple G to fight Demetrius Andrade. I think they were doing that situation. They know if we fight Sergiy Derevyanchenko, Triple G can't fight another Rolls Royce. Can't fight another Rolls Royce type of fighter, top 50 middleweight. He can't fight a fighter of that caliber. He's got to up his grade. You know, you had your one tune-up after taking a little break after the Canelo rematch. You know, you had your one tune-up. It's time to step up to the big leagues and leave not even AAA, leave single A and fight and step up to the major leagues and hit major league pitching. And I think they were trying to force Triple G to do that. I think they were trying to force him to do that. And they knew, you know, he couldn't fight another, like I said, another Rolls Royce. I mean, another cab driver, ditch digger, bartender type fighter. They had to fight a you know, high caliber fighter. You know, they were looking at, maybe Triple G people were looking at Jaime McGill. Oscar De La Hoya say, "Oh no, oh hell no! You're not. He one of our young rising stars. We're gonna work him in here. This thing kind of slow. We ain't gonna rush him. He got a lot of time on his hand. We're gonna eventually make a big mega fight with him and Canelo on either Cinco de Mayo or Mexican Independence Day in the years to come. That's what we're looking to make that fight. I'm not finna serve him to you. I'm not gonna feed him to the dogs. I'm not gonna do that. We got big plans for Jaime, and you're not gonna mess that up. And he could be the future star once Canelo get toward his end of his career. So they said they didn't go for that. So I think they were trying to force, and there wasn't no other fight that the Zone or anybody else would be excited about, man, outside of Jaime McGill or the Jaime McGill or fighting Canelo, which Canelo them didn't want to fight him. So I think they were trying to force him to fight Demetrius Andrade And that was one of many reasons why they was in negotiations for a fight with Sergiy Derevyanchenko. That's just my opinion, just my theory of the situation. You notice after Canelo beat Daniel Jacobs, he told Triple G, when Triple G was eyeing a trilogy with him, he told Triple G, said, hey man, go get a belt, go win a belt, and then we might, then we'll come back and maybe discuss a potential third fight. I think Oscar De La Hoya told him right after he beat Rolls Royce, he said, good win, good win. Now, go get a belt and we might entertain fighting you again. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what Oscar De La Hoya said. So they told him that right after Daniel Jacobs fight, but Triple G was like, no, I got John Skip in my back pocket. I got stocks and bonds, and I got futures up in this company, man. I got my own promotional company. I'm just as big, I'm not bigger than you. I just sit on the sideline and wait for you to make a decision. Or I'll fight a little bartender or something, a little ditch digger, and wait, win that fight and wait on you to fight whoever you're gonna fight at the end of the year, and we can still gonna have to do the trilogy in May of 2020. And I think De La Hoya was like, nah, you're not finna play us like that. We're not gonna be in here. We're fighting these killers and these top-notch fighters, and you in here fighting. You out here messing around and playing and fighting these bunch of stiffs and people that we know don't have a chance to beat you, and just glorified exhibition matches. We're not gonna go that route. You got your one tune-up. Now it's time for you to step up to the bigger leagues. You had your one tune-up single A baseball. Now it's time to step up to the major leagues. You need to fight somebody with a belt, somebody of high quality. Oh, and look over here just chilling, waiting on an opponent. There you go, right there. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Why don't you step to him and have a fight with him? Triple G, while we have this keep our IBF strap in a fight Sergiy Derevyanchenko. But the thing about it was they tried to lowball Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko wasn't having it, and they were saying, nah, I just go over here and get this belt, and we'll revisit this fight for 2020, and I have more leverage once I'm IBF champion. So that's what I think. I think that's what I think. A lot of stuff is going on, man. A lot of behind the scenes. A lot of people are finagling. A lot of people are trying to get into a stronger position. And a lot of people, weighing the pros and cons of fighting this guy, maybe fighting that guy. Maybe I go get this belt and come back and fight this guy and be in a stronger position. This guy's trying to play me. This guy's trying to offer me lowball money. He just got through paying Jacobs $12.5 million. I fought Jacobs. It was a very close fight. You could at least give me $6.5. You trying to give me $3. And that's 4 times less than what Daniel Jacobs is. You're not finna play me like that, Canelo. So I think it's just a lot of moving parts. Hopefully they'll come to agreement. But Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya is gonna have to up the ante. They offering Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade what they offering Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Demetrius Andrade gonna turn that fight down too. That fight's not gonna happen either. So they're gonna have to up the ante, man. Everybody know how much Daniel Jacobs got. He got $12.5 million. There's nobody gonna sit up here and fight fight Canelo in the next fight after that for $3 or $4 million. You got to get him somewhere at least half of what Daniel Jacobs getting. I think that's what Demetrius Andrade gonna want. He gonna want at least six or more to fight Canelo. He's not gonna take nothing less. And that's the same thing with Sergiy Derevyanchenko. I think he probably was want at least half of what Daniel Jacobs got too. And Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya say, man, you don't have a name in the U.S. Nobody knows who you are. You have no following. You have no fan base. You need to take this and run with it. If you beat us, it's gonna be a rematch clause. But you beat us, you the head honcho at the middleweight division, and you'll be able to command more in the rematch. But Sergiy Derevyanchenko said, I'm not trying to hear that, man. You gave my boy, my East Boone Cool guy I trained with. We got the same trainer. Andre Rosier, you gave him $12.5, man. You got to at least break me off $6.5, or we ain't even finna try to do this. So that's what it is, man. It's just a money thing at the end of the day, man. So that's the problem. I think Golden Boy is Golden Boy and Canelo is pulling Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn. They lowballing a lot of fighters, and fighters know what a fight with them will be worth, and they're holding their ground, wanting to get their money, want to get their just due, want to get what they think they deserve, market value. So we'll see how it plays out, man. But that's just my opinion on the situation. I'm about to kick back, watch a little TV, man, and relax a little bit, man. But if I get any more info or get anything confirmed, I'll be back with another video. This is JB Hearns what I about to say, Hearns, got Eddie Hearn. Yeah, I got a video I'm gonna do about him probably be tomorrow, man. I got some stuff on. That's just like I speak it into existence, like LeVar Ball said. I got some stuff about Eddie Hearn. Maybe I might do it tomorrow about him. I got some stuff on him. Him and Andy Reid's Joshua too. That's like a saga too going on. There's a lot of sagas going on in boxing. Not a lot of actual fighting, but a lot of saga going on in boxing, man. These fights are, you know, going through all kind of different changes and different scenarios, and ain't nothing getting announced, nothing getting signed. So hopefully we'll have something coming up real soon here. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. Holla.